In this lecture, you will learn how to dynamically add events or how to dynamically handle events by using event listeners. Get started by copying the contents, new file, paste it, change the title to DOM, events and event listener or listeners. Change the method name to handle event, clean it up, remove the paragraph. All we need is a input type button. Type is equal to button. Value is equal to click me and give it a ID so that we can access it from our DOM or JavaScript. ID is equal to button1. Save it as events.html under your DOM folder. This handle event method is not being called anywhere. We are going to get rid of the onload as well. And I will show you how to handle these events dynamically. Inside the handle event, access the button document.getElementById. Pass in the ID which is button1. Once we have the button, dot add event listener is a method which allows us to add event listeners dynamically. Pass in the event that you want to handle, which is a click event, comma, the function that should be called handle button click. This function doesn't even exist yet. We'll have to create it. Close the brackets, save it. Within this function, you can create another function. That's the beauty of JavaScript. Function handle button click. So when the button is clicked, simply alert click event. Save it. So far what we have done is we have dynamically accessed the button field from within the JavaScript. And we have assigned it a event listener, which takes the event that needs to be handled and the method that needs to be called when that event happens. So we are able to dynamically assign a event to or we are able to dynamically handle a event. But the handle event itself is not being called anywhere. We can also assign that dynamically by using window, which is the browser, dot add event listener. Window dot add event listener. On load, I want the handle event to be invoked. Save it. Open this from within the browser and I will explain you what's going on in the background. Events.html. All you see is a button in here. Click on it and you see the alert which says click event. What exactly happened here? As soon as the page loads, this particular line is executed, which will tie the onload event with the handle event method. So the browser knows when the page is loaded, it should invoke the handle event. So once the HTML is loaded into memory, once the button is in place, this method will be invoked. Inside this method, we are tying the button or we are assigning an event listener for the button event, which is click. And the method we want to be invoked is handle button click. And when we click the button, the browser invokes this particular function which we have created, which will alert saying click event.